Hey everyone, thanks so much for being with me once again. And just remember to take everything as it resonates and use your own discernment, of course. Now, in the sake of time, I have pre-cleansed as I've been doing. And once again, Spirit wanted me to talk about this topic that's been on my mind, and I've been kind of hearing a lot of different things that brought this up. So let's get into it. Spirit wants me to talk about how the universe doesn't punish you. It mirrors you. So, the universe is not your ex. It's not sitting on a throne keeping score. It doesn't punish. It responds. Okay, so energy, frequency, intention, that's the language of the universe. It's literal. It doesn't understand sarcasm or martyrdom, and it simply echoes back what you're putting out. Now, as I say that, I need to clarify something vital. I'm not a victim blaming. And I'm going to break that down. I'm going to break down the difference, so bear with me. So karma isn't punishment. Karma's not some, cosmic spanking, even if it feels like that or worse at times, right? It's cause and effect. It's soul evolution. Okay, it's your own energy coming full circle, not because you're bad, but because your soul said, hey, I want to learn through contrast. It's not always instant, and sometimes karma isn't even from this lifetime. And it doesn't always mean suffering either. Sometimes karma is love returned, or a talent unlocked, a door opening, but we'll save that for another video. So back to victim blaming versus the law of attraction. So this is where the spiritual community can go off the rails, and I have noticed this myself. Saying you attracted that trauma is spiritually tone deaf and can be harmful. The law of attraction doesn't cancel out the reality of abuse, manipulation, or systemic oppression. It doesn't mean you deserved it or they deserved it. Okay? So we gotta stop weaponizing spirituality. You can teach personal power without bypassing pain. So what does that even mean? It means that there's often an energetic lesson or upgrade available, but that doesn't mean you chose pain or invited it on purpose. Now some do, but it isn't always the case. So how does it actually work? Here's the spiritual truth. The universe responds to your energetic state, not just your conscious desires. Okay, let that sink in for a second. You can want love while vibrating in fear of abandonment. You can want money while unconsciously rejecting receiving. The shift happens when your internal reality aligns with the frequency of what you're calling in. That's when the universe mirrors the upgrade. So again, the universe isn't punishing you. It's showing you what still needs healing so you can remember your power. So let's go a little deeper with this, because there's a deep message here from Spirit, and again, there's going to be some unpopular truths probably in here. So karma, free will, personal power. If you've ever been told your pain is your fault, that you attracted your trauma, that karma's punishing you, then this message is for you. The universe, Spirit, is not watching you struggle and deciding that you deserve more pain. It's responding, not retaliating. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. So karma equals cause and effect across lifetimes and energetic threads. Law of attraction equals energetic alignment, not trauma assignment. Okay, so when we say the universe mirrors your vibration, people ask some difficult questions. And even I asked some difficult questions at one point. Are you saying that that child chose to be abused? Are you saying that woman manifested her assault? Absolutely not. Full stop. That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works, right? Spiritual reality is complex. It's not always so black and white as humans would like to make it out to be. We live in a matrix of overlapping energies, free will, inherited wounds, ancestral karma, soul contracts, collective karma, and yes, dark forces too. So let me say this loud and clear. Children don't attract abuse. Innocent people don't deserve trauma. Even when souls enter with missions, even when cycles repeat, it doesn't mean it's necessarily their fault. Just as the world has miracles, it also has manipulation. Some of it human, some of it's energetic, some of it's intentional. Dark forces do exist. There are energies, entities even, that thrive on fear and chaos and control. And it doesn't make you or us powerless, right? It makes us aware. You were born with free will, but so were they. And that's the part that we have to remember. You were born with free will, but so was everyone else. So when another being uses their free will to violate yours, that's not your manifestation. That's an injustice. Yes, everything is energy. Yes, vibration matters. And yes, people are hurt by things outside their conscious control as well. All of these things can be true at once. It's a paradox. So we have to stop diagnosing other people's pain like we know their soul contracts. You don't know their full story. You don't get to decide what was their fault. Spiritual growth isn't judging the 3D mess. It's compassion, nuance, discernment, and humility. So some self-inquiry, which is meant for healing, not blame. You know, you can ask yourself, did I choose this consciously? Did I consent, energetically or otherwise? Was there a pattern I ignored, or did this come out of nowhere? Was I overpowered by someone else's will or authority? Did I have the awareness and tools to even recognize it? Right? These are all questions you can ask yourself when you're trying to, break things down, figure things out. Again, not to place blame on yourself or others, but for healing. Because spirituality should liberate us, right? Not shame us. So when we throw around these half-truths with no nuance, it's not enlightenment. That's ego in a robe. There's a difference between acknowledging energy and assigning fault. We can teach alignment without invalidating pain, as I mentioned. We can speak truth without shaming someone's journey. We can empower without erasing trauma. This is a soul-level experience, not spiritual court. Awakening means learning to hold that same paradox, healing while hurting, being powerful and still affected by this world, knowing you're divine and still in a flawed world. We're living here, right? And this is where your power begins, not by rewriting the past, but by reclaiming the present. Your soul is powerful, but it doesn't mean you deserved pain. Some things were someone else's choice, not your karma. The line between energy and abuse is not for outsiders to define. And as spiritualists, guides, or even content creators, we must be mindful, not fearful, but mindful of how we explain these sort of things. How we talk to others, how we talk to ourselves, right? Your words can free someone or chain them in shame. We can teach with compassion by speaking from our own experiences and not trying to speak on someone else's. Using examples that empower, not condemn. Leaving room for paradox and not pretending to know everything. Spirit honors humility. We know this. So my channeled message here from Spirit for you is you are not being punished, beloved. You are remembering. And as you remember, the weight of old illusions may ache, like bones resetting. Trust that your soul knows the way forward, and it never needed to carry blame to get there. And some affirmations for you for reclaiming your power. I release all shame that was never mine. I reclaim my power from every moment I was told it was my fault. I am a divine being, not a broken one. I do not need to suffer to be spiritual. I am safe. I am sacred. I am whole. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope